You may ask, why did I select this pen for my first revisit? Yeah, it just called out to me. Sitting in my desk for years since I first reviewed it. Here's that first review. A link will be in the video description. Classic design metal pen made by an American pen maker renowned for their metal pens, and some turned acrylics and other materials, Delran, Ultim. But sometimes you just need a classic everyday pen. It was called during the day Executive. It now has different names. It's still available on the website if you're interested. And they also make an acrylic version which weighs about 20 grams less, almost an ounce less. I love that clip design. I like the aesthetics that Keras does with their pens. The angles are excellent, and these angles are repeated throughout the pen, not necessarily in the bottom of the barrel there. It unscrews with a little over 1 1/4 turns, and we'll see the other reason why I love this pen. It's a BB, a double broad Bach nib. They do use Bach. There's the feet on the other side. Brass section, which again is nice because it feels good in the hand. It's a little bit small for me, maybe a millimeter or so, but it's very usable, and I can write many pages with this pen without any issues whatsoever. And for those of you that want to post, yes, you can post it. It's not a light cap, and you do feel the weight there. It moves the balance point kind of above the crooks of your hand, but I'm not a real poster, and it's okay without being posted as far as length goes. And to me, that weight in that section just really makes it an excellent writing instrument. And a number 6 nib is kind of like your everyday nib. Yeah, the 8s are nice, the 9s are nice, yeah, whatever. But if you want a nice everyday nib, and since it's easy to replace in case you wanted to, Keras offers a wide variety of nibs that you can choose from when you want to purchase one of their pens. And both the cap and barrel are metal. It's enameled. There's a liner inside, which is nice. The pen stays relatively wet, not extremely wet, but you can let it set for a number of days and it'll write. It may just take a brief little push to get that ink flowing, but once the ink flows, it flows very well, as we saw in the writing samples. And as we know, if you want the full review, I'll give you a link to my original review. Cartridge converter, yeah, a lot of ink's out of there. I gotta refill it soon because I've been using it in letters and everything because I love that ink. I love that double broad nib. Do you? So this pen was lost on my desk of pens. Yes, there's a lot of pens that I have on my desk inked up. Yes, this is my desk. And all those fountain pens you see in front of you are all inked up. And I write with them, not as regularly as I must. And some pens do get lost in this mass of pens. But all of them I've enjoyed and will enjoy. Some of them take a little bit of effort to get to right if they've been sitting here for months. And yes, I have a lot of different places to put pens. And of course then I have a lot of ink too. I run a number of different journals. This is my day-to-day journal. This is my pen journal. I have a health journal. I have a daily communications journal. Yeah, I have a lot of nibs too. There's that great Damascus pen. And there's my 630s and my 930s and a bunch more inks. And these are pens waiting to be cleaned. And these are my disposable pens, which are my giveaway pens, my pen enabling pens. And they write first time every time. They're great, and they're about 50 cents a piece even now. And here's a bunch of pens I just recently cleaned. This is the tray I put pens in after I've cleaned them. Separate compartments, so all the different bits of the pens are in one spot. So when I reassemble them, I make certain I got the right nib and the right converter and all the other pieces that need to fit. That's just a ballpoint that goes with my Parker 25. It's a nice pen BBS. My rubber grippers, my new version of rubber grippers. No more little lobster bands. P36. My nice Cyber Cell. Another nice handmade pen. Another pen BBS pen. A Vizier pen with a beautiful engraved nib. And there's a Pelican M800, which I haven't cleaned for a few years, so I felt it was good to clean. I unscrew the nib. I use a syringe in there to completely get all the ink out in the piston area. And I let them sit here for a couple days drying. Then I'll assemble them, and they may go back into day-to-day, or they may go into a drawer. I've been moving the pen cleaning operations outdoors, which works nice in the warm weather. I have a hose. I have a nice bowl. I have my syringes, and I'm able to clean pens relatively quickly just using water, which always works well for me. I think that's a good thing to do. So as you can see, this lays down a decent amount of ink. This is the Keras Havasu Falls ink, nice teal. Same ink I've had in the pen since day one, which is a while ago, as we talked about. So if I only had to live with one pen and this was the pen I had to live with, I would not be disturbed by that. But then I could say that about a lot of pens that I have. Well, this was a quick revisit with a pen that you may not have seen since the video was done quite a bit ago. But a pen that I think stands the test of time, is a timeless design. A design that can be used any place. It would certainly look nice on an executive desk. A banker's pen, as they now call the resin version of this, but I felt it was worth showing to you. Let me know if you like these revisits. I have a few thousand pens I could revisit. But, you know, this one just called out to me, and I am using it every day writing, almost every day, but you got so many pens inked up, it's hard to use all of them every day. But I do my best, and I do a lot of writing in various journals, as we talked about. I write a fair bit of letters. You know, I have a number of pen pals, which are just great to communicate. There was a recent editorial in the New York Times about using writing as a method of communications, and some people found it very therapeutic, very rewarding. And to me, when you sit down to write a letter, the thoughts that run through your mind are just amazing. I never know how the letter is going to progress, where it's going to go, you know, stream of consciousness type of writing, which I enjoy doing and sharing. So with that, I hope this video finds everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, inks, papers, you know, using that pen, putting that ink down, maybe in a letter, maybe just in your own journal for your own use, maybe a drawing, maybe something you would like to share with people. Please use your pens. So with that, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. We've reached the end, and we will say bye-bye. Who knows what's next? There's a few pens that are being sent to me, and I will share them when they arrive.